Leo Mord. Like, the damage will come, but only time will tell. We're jumping into game 2 of the series, Ben.
I'm worried about the Atlas pick. You had Kufri, you had Kai, you have Grok. You have so many other tanks open that can do such a much better job of controlling the team fight rather than being a one ult, one wonder kind of hero. And so I'm wondering if that'll pinch them down. And I want to see Area 70 keep a little bit more control of this early game and not even get into the position where they're playing from a deficit. They did it well, but they had to count on a mistake from AE to be able to do that. I want to see Area 70 have a strong early game and take it all the way through this time. See, how do you think this early game will change up? Will they take first total like they lost?
I mean, right now we're already seeing some aggressiveness. I like that from AE. We don't see it a whole lot, but they still have to be careful. I think they still have a nice early game advantage with that, but as I'm saying this, down goes PDR, first kill of the second game, going to Area 77. And I think, you know, I think AE just needs a little more like, they try things, and we see other teams try to be aggressive like that. And AE just hasn't been able to pull off those plays yet that we've seen some of these top teams do.
Roger is taking control of this game early. Just a little bit of lack of coordination between AE, had a little bit of a disjointed exit there, and it cost them. And now Roger having the advantage walking into the jungle. This team fight's about to pop off.
Yeah, I mean, I think they do disengage. Hilo trying to do something here, but like we said, Roger's already at 2-0. Not a place you want Roger to be at a minute and a half into the game. You know, like, he's already got a nice gold lead. He's already sitting in a nice spot. He's gonna lock in his first item soon. You know, Merciless, Esmeralda coming in with that ultimate and hitting on them in that mid tower. She is already in a spot she wants to be, it seems. And Area 77 playing a very aggressive early game. This is what I like to see. I'm wondering if Templars gets caught off here. Mark Cutie wants to disengage, let him kind of sit his lane, but this Claude is going to need to farm a bit more till he can really do the damage he wants to.
You see Area 77 completely, like we talked about earlier, correcting those early game mistakes. Oh, another kill in the bot lane. Roger takes it over. That is 3-0 on Roger early.
Oh my
That's a
god.
tough start.
Down goes Riles too. Turtle definitely going to Area 77. I think this might be a slaughter right here, Ben.
Yeah, I'm thinking AE lost a little bit of confidence in that. You're seeing the play be a little disjointed. Right now, what I want to see AE do is stop, fall back, and make a play of their own. We talked about earlier, teams playing their own game, and stop trying to chase around the other team's rotation and making your own play on the other side of the map. And that's the way you can start to trade objectives back and get back in a game. Because if you're behind already and then you're behind in rotation, there's no chance in you catching up. Make a play elsewhere. And I want to see AE do that right now. Put a woe on the game, collect yourselves, and make a play.
Yeah, they need to not be chasing around the core of Area 77. Like you just said, make your own plays. We see Area 77 do it. We saw Area 77 do it last game. You know, they were behind the whole early game, and they continued to play their own game. But down, he does flicker into the middle, uses a second still to try to escape. Merciless, though, in the bottom lane, securing a kill onto Paquito while all this is happening. I mean, the problem is you can't make plays if your off lanes are dying, if other teams are dying. Like, you have to have some of your team you need to be able to rely on your whole team for the core to be able to do what it wants.
Another little scuffle here in the mid lane. You just see the strength of the AE gold lead. Right now, 3K, 2K gold up at 4 minutes is so much of a difference. Even in levels right now, you see such a great difference between the level 6 Roger and you've got what on the other side? You've got a level 6. Oh, it's not that much of a difference at all. Just
he's
the
level
gold.
7 now, so he's climbing. Definitely climbing. AE maybe trying to get something over here. In the bot lane, we got Esmeralda just tearing up this Paquito right now, Ben. I mean, what does he do? You know, what does he even do? And look, Roger coming in. Is he going to dive and get the kill? He's taking some tower hits, and he does secure the mega kill. The fact that they can do that right there, Ben, just shows how much ahead they are right now.
Love to see that turret aggro trade-off, and Leo looking like he might get a pick. Finally, maybe the first kill for them.
They do secure a kill finally.
But
can they keep it up?
It's on Leo. That's good, right? But and maybe a little bit of a tempo change here. Now that Leo's got his ultimate, he can get around the map a little quicker. I want to see some clean rotations here. And Claude's going a little deep on the bot lane here. Maybe they punish him. Oh, Clint's super low, right? But you see Area 77 not taking anything. They're not going to go chase that top. They're going to make their play. A turtle on the bottom, not chasing anything, making their own plays. I think that's what we talked about Area 77 being so good at, and here they're just putting on full display.
Yeah, and they have faith. You know, they have trust in their offlaners. They have trust that Claude, even though there's 2 people up there, it's like, all right, he's not going to die. Like, and if he does, it's okay because we just got turtle. But like, they're able to trust in their offlaners to hold their own, so that the core can kind of do what they want to do.
0-3 start for Paquito. Paquito's really strong in the early game, so it's pretty rare to see him have an 0-3 start. But Pac scales pretty well too. He's just a great fighter. The problem is his counters Esme, who also does it really well. And you're going to see her be such an annoyance in this team fight, running in, getting pokes, and just owning the map state right now.
Yeah, she's at a point now. She hasn't died yet. I mean, barely anyone's died on Area 77 seems, so they're all scaled ahead of everybody. Tempest going down to that Estes, but a nice ult from that Atlas. Can this be the game changer? But Mark Cutie popping that Claude ult, quickly responding, has burned it all down, jumps into the tower, and takes out that Atlas. A double kill as he secures another one onto Riles. Here comes the emotes. Area 77 feeling comfortable in this game. Top tower is going to go down, Ben.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see this one have the same point where Area 77 makes that mistake. It may happen, right? But they're just such a clean team fighting team. They go in together, they get out together, they get each other out, right? And it's all in combination, never disjointed. You're seeing them take the outer lane mid now, and Esme with a dive.
Esme with a huge dive. Riles trying to pop that ult and salvage something. Paquito does burst that Esme down to poke her out of that tower, but Area 77 wants it. In comes the ult from Claude, doing some nice damage on everyone. Hilo does pop a nice ult, but Mercy quickly comes back. The ult from Atlas is just not enough. AE loses 2 members in that fight. And I mean, even when they're getting these sets, Ben, they're just not able to follow up. The damage isn't there.
Yeah, we talked about Atlas only having that one contribution to this game, and that's that ultimate. The rest of the time, or if it misses, it's going to be bad. That was a team fight where Area 77 dove their mid lane turret. So they had turret helping them and still walked away with 2 kills, didn't lose a member. And that's accomplishment to the Estes, healing them out and getting out of there. But you don't have a hard tank initiating. They're just rolling with fighters and a jungler and diving them absolutely extremely well. Juggling the turret aggro, getting out, and that's what I love to see from Area 70. Really clean play to start this second game.
Yeah, you know, and that Esmeralda pick was very clutch. Like, all right, we know we're gonna pick this Estes, and we got that Esmeralda in, so we know we don't need to pick like a Kufra or a Jawhead or an Atlas or any kind of crazy tank. We have this Esmeralda who's been doing most of the big 5v5s. She's the first engager, and then if 2 people get caught up in the Atlas ult, in comes someone else to back up. And Claude just popping that ult at the right time. I mean, the gameplay from Area 77 is impeccable right now.
Look at Esme just walking in 4 members, doesn't give a damn. Estes is behind her, giving her support. I missed out. Oh goodness.
Yeah, the
Purify. You see an 8K gold lead at 8 minutes. It's going to be a rough way to get out of this game for AE. So, see, how does AE turtle up and come back in this?
That you said it, turtle up. Maybe, you know, maybe they last. Right now, you can't let Clint die. He needs to scale. You need to. Clint, like, if they can get Clint to really scale, but even then, they have Claude on the side of Area 77. Like, Area 77 came prepared with the late game, too. I think AE's only chance is that Area 77 gets a little too aggressive here. They try something crazy, and they pay for it.
Yeah, I want to see AE group up and make a play. We talked about it earlier. Stop trying to respond to the other team. You need group as 5 and dive a member that's a little bit extended. Okay, maybe we'll get him, but that person's going back to base. You know what I'm saying? Push somebody out of a lane, make a play. I think right now they're just trying to turtle up and get as much farm as they can, and you see the AEs even emoting back now and recall spamming. So I think maybe a little bit of the seriousness of this game is drained away as it's 12-1 with a 10K gold lead at 9 minutes, dude.
Yeah, but even then, in comes that ultimate from Esmeralda, followed up by the ultimate from Claude. Damage is going hard onto the side of AE. Atlas trying to get an ult, but gets quickly taken out from that Kagura. Tempest does get a kill onto that SD, so the heal is no longer there, but they do not care. Area 77, burn it all down, getting a legendary onto Tempest. Down goes Clint, the heavy damage dealer from AE. Area 77 closing in now onto this mid lane tower. The inhibitor, Merciless, just poking away. He does pop an ult and is backing up AE away from their own Nexus. In comes Paquito trying to do something. This could be bad for Claude. Mark Cutie getting taken down from that Paquito, but he quickly gets taken out from Yato. The damage coming in from Roger right now is hard. Kagedare dropped down to about half bar, but Riles has popped the ult, does get a kill, but then gets quickly taken out by Yato. But Tempest, the death counter, has turned around. 3 members of Area 77 out of commission. AE holding on for dear life, Ben. Down goes their final inhibitor tower. How much longer do you think they last?
Until Roger spawns again. I think that's about as long as this one's going to go, and it takes him to get back to that base, because honestly, they're just playing at this point. Roger was in there and dropped the Nexus turret aggro twice. He's just playing right now. He's playing with him. And you see AE is actually maybe coming out and making a pick, but I'm not sure if you'll be able to kill him, even though Estes is right there. You have no pressure on him. They just walk away cleanly. So I think right now, AE, honestly, their win conditions are so slight. They're waiting on a colossal mistake from Area 77. And A77 just let him back in the game a little bit right there. Dove a little too deep, so we'll see if oh, here again, maybe.
Can they get this Merciless? He does take some big damage. He does get taken out. And as that's happening, Estes also gets ulted in from that Atlas. This is the ult we wanted to see. AE needing to back up. Oh my god, the burst damage though from that Roger. He's coming in. Mark Cutie comes up from the top lane, comes up behind AE and gets a triple kill. Members of AE are falling. Minions coming in towards the base. AE Riles trying to salvage. He's down to a quarter bar health. He goes back to the fountain. The life is there, but minions are there, and down goes the Nexus. Area 77 does a 2-0 sweep onto AA in the first series of the night.
Wow, and honestly, if you look at that, Matt, that series as a 2-0 result, right, you wouldn't see the greatness that AE had for the first 10 minutes of that first game, right? But you see here in this second game,